Well, hi, everyone. What a beautiful day it would be for a raptor. Just saying. Uh, Molly's over there getting her vitamin D supply, and oh my goodness, we literally see the sun today. I get some solar stuff charged up a little bit here. 88 degrees? What? Okay. Crazy this weather, right? We're on a roller coaster. All right, so the facts. America's taking over Gaza, all right? Clearing it out. The Palestinians, which are literally Arabs, are going to Arab countries. That's the way it should be, and should have been in the first place. They actually will be better cared for there, as America is jumping in to help care for them, as well as, well, I don't know what they're going to do with Gaza, but they're going to do something to it. Oh my. Okay, well, my eyes are on Jesus, focused in, knowing that we already know that the enemies of Israel are already surrounding her and prepared at any time, and we already know that Benjamin Netanyahu has the green light to go in and do whatever. So I do believe that we're going to see Isaiah 17. He's going to go after Iran, of course. They've already been prepared. I've been sharing that. I've been watching these machines get all ready, and mentioned that America is not only supporting them again, but also supporting them with men, equipment, money, bombs, whatever she needs. And found out that the Nemesis was over there as well. Wow, okay, so we got some big warships as well over there, and boots on the ground. Had my squirrely fun this morning, and oh yeah, all over the place, and now it'll be feeding time for the birds here. But, last night I was like delirious. I wanted to come out and share that, so I did prune my rose bush, but my goodness, I got so many holes in my hand because there were so many thorns. Really, there wasn't. They hurt. All right, so listen, y'all. I've never set a date. I just know that it's imminent. Okay, what I couldn't share last night, birds scattered because the helicopter was so low. All right, well, sorry about that. I had to look up and see what it was. Nothing military. Okay, so knowing that all this is happening and things are happening so fast, head spinning, right? And yesterday was a okay day as far as the weather was concerned. Had to get out and get a few things done. All right, like I shared, Saturday night we had a explosion at our water plant. Now they're saying that there's black and brown spots in our water. Well, there totally is, and it smells really bad. We've been under a boil ban. The water's just come on, but it's still like it's not really safe to use at all. So having to, do all the functioning things that you need to do. And one of my biggest goals was to get the ice maker cleaned out and all that fresh water coming back in. Okay, not fresh, but, doable. Oh, bottled water was the issue, and getting out there and getting bottled water, and there definitely was not much on the shelf. That is for sure. So just grabbed what I could. All right, so, staying alive, and then we got this fog, for absolutely no reason at all. Nothing is making sense, but the Word of God certainly does, and we can see that Bible prophecy is jumping right out of the books. So, Saudi, Egypt, and the surrounding countries will be persuaded to bring in the Palestinians, in which case Israel gets all her land back. This is prophesied, right? My trouble brothers chasing each other. Okay, so she gets all her land back, and pretty soon they're going to be saying that they're living in peace and security, but not really, because they're really at war. if you're thinking of Psalms 83 or reading that, you'll see that she definitely is. And what we see by sight isn't exactly what's going on either. Um, what I did hear, and I couldn't share in the video last night, was a clip from one of his speeches, just recent, that he said that, the Palestinians would not be going back to Gaza or Israel, okay, for their safety. They need to be living in peace and safety. Those were his exact words, I promise you all. No, he didn't say that about Israel, did he say that? President Trump did. In which case, they're caring for these people and letting them know that it's going to be better for them to go to these places anyway so that they could live in peace and safety and not be worried about being blown up and everything else that happens at a time of war like I've never seen before. My calling was to encourage, organize. I never knew that I was going to be even thinking political or knowing about these things and watching these things. But God is good. Well, oh my goodness, had so many dreams. I still got to come out and share those. But one of the main reasons why I'm coming out, as well as letting you know that the rapture is imminent. All right, I can't date that. I'm not God. I'm not going to judge anybody. You just got to be ready. All right. Guard your hearts and minds, and I'm speaking for myself too, because there was a setback, and it always happens at night or when you're tired, right? Where even though you're armored up and things are well, I came home to going to one of my favorite lives that I usually go to, and I saw some comments in there that I felt like were directed to me, but I couldn't prove anything, right? And then there was a few more. Like, what's going on here? So, of course, I ignored, right? Yet, I'm kind. I don't do those kind of things. Anyways, and you've got to respond in love or not respond at all. So, definitely not being able to do so, I just went along with what was being appropriate to the creator and being a part of that and watching that. Well, then I went over to my channel because I saw that there was a few comments from other videos, and oh my goodness, there was a hateful comment and a threat from a baiter. Oh my, absolutely blew my mind. But then again, the seven, those of you who know me, the 7 strokes lady here, it takes me a while to figure things out, but then I connected, wait, so that's what those comments were all about. And I was being accused of lying. I was being accused of a lot of things, and I was threatened as I could post it, but I do like to save everything. So I just wanted to share with you all on a situation that I got caught up in, and hopefully it'll help you maybe in some way or another in your life as well. You know me, I like to help, right? And of course, when these, for the past 2 years, y'all, if you're not my age, I get it, on the daily, there's at least 20, and not being able to avoid them anyways, all right? So you deal with them, and my way of been dealing with them is actually mostly preaching to them, and they're playing with them, or I kind of figure like, if I can keep them busy for a little while, they're not going to be able to be tricksters to go and get some other elderly woman who is not prepared, because I was taught a lot by some really good baiters out there. Well, and this one time, and I did share with you about this, is that PCH is coming out big time, and they're all from a different country, all from the same country, and it's a lie. All right, well, it just so happened that one day I was in a playful mood. And I went ahead and played a little bit, and actually got some little guy from, another country a little bit excited that I might be going and getting a Green Dot Money Pack scratch card for him. Of course I wasn't, but sure, I'll play. Well, of course that never happened, and I was handed a mule. Now, what a mule is that they have mules all over the country. I'm sure you've read or heard somewhere that even they're using Uber drivers to go and pick up packages and things like this, threatening older citizens and turning over their money and or, threatening their families because of it. So things have happened because of this, but being able to catch a mule and or I had plenty of numbers from a certain country in which the FBI can use, and as well as other numbers that can be reported and shut down. All right, so you report those to a baiter, and they usually get them shut down. And of course, if you have a mule, they called, what actually had an address, it was a money-to-money transfer um, from Walmart with an address and name I had to put on it. Okay, well, I turned it over to a baiter who told me that I might have to play for a couple of hours with this person until they could get the person shut down and find out whether it was, you know, um, somebody that also wouldn't know, an older person. There are older people in this country that are actually doing this as well, um, and young people. Young people were told to uh, go deliver a package here for $200, or go walk over there and pick up this, and I'll give you $200. So everybody's looking for money, right? Okay, so during this time, I also shared with you that I had a security system, but I had not had it put up yet. And so I needed to do all this as well, in which case I just recently did. But there were odd things going on in the middle of the night here. And of course, do know that this is Debbie's Bed and Breakfast, open 24/7, and we've got coyotes and possum and everything else around here, right? Okay, well, despite all that, and then all the fog, all the snow, all the ice, the rain. All right, well, during this time, it seemed like that person who told me to, hold on and play until they could get this shut down, didn't take into consideration that I'm an elderly woman, disabled in the first place, and that my life could possibly be in danger. And then, of course, bold Debbie here, well, I'm not going to think those things anyways because I'm doing something good for the community, right? I'm sorry. I got to laugh at myself now because that was foolish of me to even believe them in the first place. It didn't get shut down. And then during this time as well, I probably got stoked out by threats by these guys. They have a ring. It's called organized crime, y'all. There's a ring of them, and they all call from different areas of the country even, and try to get you involved in believing either in PCH, American Claimers thing, or they come under several different names, okay? And all I gotta do is give them a gift card, right? So, hey. Oh, I'm being sarcastic now. Where's my sign, right? I feel bad for these little guys because they don't have any money in the first place, but they also can be pretty cruel. So I was getting calls constantly, morning, noon, and night, literally. And then all of a sudden, when I got enough of them, there was one guy that called me, and he, oh my goodness, the threats that came out of him. Now, hey, for the past couple of years, like I said, I've been told to go die. I've been told, the fact that, well, anyway, Trixie's got a video out that'll tell you exactly what I've been going through. And getting called names, the names that they call us elderly people and shout at us. And so that's when I decided to turn the wheels around, and use positive affirmations and preach to them about Jesus. They don't like that because they don't like Jesus. Okay? So, hey. and liars and thieves go to hell. I always told them that as well. And when I got that call that night, that guy was rattling off my name, my number, my address, my everything about me, my children's name. He knew everything, to the point where I'm sitting here going, all right, well, I've got everything I need. Now I need is a person finally get over here to be able to put my system up and it's in play. Well, since then, I've had some activity from my front cameras, and once I get the ones up in the back, I will be totally protected along with the ones inside, and no, Debbie has no fear whatsoever, except for the fear of God, which is the beginning of wisdom. Well, I also believed that this Bader was going to protect me. I did not know that this Bader, who, at first made it sound like sheriff, we can get these things shut down, turn the numbers in. To me, I didn't know that I was helping him to, build up his channel or anything like that. I trusted. And then little signs came out, little red flags, and I'm going, wait, this doesn't sound right. And then seeing, connecting the dots with the comments and that live that I was in last night, knowing that even the person that had the live obviously knew about it because he didn't shut it down at all when it started. Okay, and then seeing my comments on my channel, and those were threats as well. All right, well, so everything during this time had been filed with the police department. Of course, the police department always says there's really nothing we can do until a crime has been committed. Okay, but they did take, Jamaican numbers and numbers that I had for them and names and who I sent things to, and I do have records of all the emails and everything that I did send, but I just made a mistake in sending them to the wrong one. All right, so nobody was there to protect me but Jesus. All right, I promise. Nobody was there to protect me. And the comments, that just was icing on the cake when I got the threats from the Bader saying that I was lying about them and doing this and doing that, and I have no a freaking clue what they are talking about because everything is documented. Well, I didn't complain about the fact that I had to spend this money to get this done, and I was a little hurt by it, that's for sure. Of course, when you get hurt, you're hurt, and you respond and you react. But I never attacked the person either. I just did mention that it took away, my food allotment, and that was a place that you never should put a senior citizen in, and also one that's disabled in all means. And then I spoke with my daughter, and again, I've got everything documented and are ready to go to the police with this next course of action. Because what had happened was what tipped me off from that was like, wait, another Bader called me, and he also wanted me to do a money to money, and it was also to that same address. And I'm thinking, well, wait, I gave that one 2 weeks ago and it wasn't shut down yet. Oh, right. Okay, well, this person wasn't after my best interest, and when I encountered that person, I was told then, instead of a few hours, I was told then that it could be weeks before it would be taken down and researched. What? No, I never would have gotten involved in that first second if I had just known that it was going to take weeks and not hours. Because I don't want to put myself or anybody else in harm's way. So that's been a lot of stress, that's for sure. But God gives me strength. All right? He protects me. I'm in Psalms 91. I've got signs up everywhere. Beware of dog. My cameras are working up front. Like I said, I'll get the little ones back here done. Beautiful day, though. Almost 90 degrees. I could be doing it now, but, rough day yesterday. And knowing that this water thing happened, I'm still a lot of cleaning about that. And I'm watching the neighborhood app because they're talking about black and brown spots being in the water and people being ill who didn't know that the water system went down or what was in it. And so and here I go going, okay, I gotta shut it all down right now. I'm going to go rest in Jesus in Psalms 91. So on some Audible and listen to a good message. Oh, that's going to be uplifting and encouraging to me, to encourage me. And so I just ask for your prayers during this time as my neck, my head, my everything is starting to ache right now. Um, Probably because mainly the shock of the fact that the people I trusted to help, and I was only helping back, were going to be there for me. And they weren't. Again, trust no man. I keep learning this lesson over and over. Crazy. But hey, I guess there's a war out there against the baiters as well, and they all want to be better than the next and are jealous of the next or whatever. But that's nothing I want to get involved in. I was just doing my part as a citizen, saying, hey, they're giving me these names, they're giving me these numbers, where do I send them? That's all it was about. Well, it didn't end up that simple. So I made my circle a whole lot smaller, by the way, because I always believed in, well, people helping people and supporting channels by subscribing and commenting, leaving a comment. That helps the channel grow, and there are some awesome people out there who are doing an amazing job, who don't cuss. Um, that was the other issue I had a problem with, was that this person I started noticing was using profane words all the time and singing happy birthday with an F in front of it. And I'm like, well, that's not very nice. I'm not nice at all. I was supposed to understand that it was all in good fun. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this is after I sent all the numbers over and after I put myself in jeopardy. But again, I didn't mind. I don't mind eating soup. I don't mind eating crackers. I really don't, because of my security and the fact that, that nobody's going to help me anyways, but Jesus. So let this be a lesson to all of us that, Jesus is using my life as his story for his glory as well. Um, I know that I, I put myself there by trying to help, and I was lied to. I believed a lie. Right. Well, did I use the sun? Or did I? Oh, this was when it was snowing and cold too, so nothing to do but sit here and do all this and keep warm, right? So I burnt everything as far as names and numbers, and I decided not to help any, and I unsubbed from a whole bunch of them because I won't listen to that kind of talk. I already get that from the idiots that call me every day. Oh, I'm sorry. I definitely didn't mean to say that. I meant that. The ones that, usually the robots, they start with a hello, and they want you to trigger it by saying hello back, and then it puts in a robotic thing. AI has definitely increased, and, hey, the internet was meant for good, not for bad. People use that for bad, all right? Stealing my identity. That's why I don't use any of the online anything. I don't click any links. And I preach all this stuff to y'all, but then I don't do that. But I do get myself in trouble by trying to help. So I wanted to share, as we're to confess one another's, sins or fall shortings or whatever. That's to let you know that, hey, we all make mistakes, right? These guys are all around me today. Okay. Well, kids, I don't have any out here, do I? I got 3. How many can I have? All right. Well, I've got a few left here, so let's get you out here. Okay. But learn from me that this is happening and this is a real thing. And Jesus surely is coming. Our eyes are on Israel and our eyes are on Jesus. So I am going to go rest a while. Get that peace of God that surpasses all understanding. And, it really hurts when when anybody turns on you. That's for sure. Dealing with that hurt right now is just a pruning of my heart. It's like I pruned the bush back over there, and I've got bloody marks all over me from the thorns. of the bushes. All right, so see, even trying to do good can hurt. Oh, and Debbie and her sarcasm, right? All right, well, I just wanted to share that that's one thing. I'm going to need to come back and share about my dreams and what's going on. I had a dream about the poison water years ago. I didn't realize it was going to be this bad and this long. This started Saturday night, and wow, well, people are getting sick every day. And then we've had the fog after such nice days and no precipitation. The math ain't mathin', and people have gone mad. I need to be a lot more vigilant myself. Definitely stay out of trouble, right? That's my middle name. But in either case, I am looking up, and wow, certainly. Jesus is coming, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And peace out from Texas. Let's keep looking up. The King is coming.